Alright. I'm gonna grab some mobs here. Do a kite. I'm gonna do a kite close to the zone line over here. I seem to get tagged, so you're not supposed to get hit when you're kiting. It's actually the wrong way. The idea is to grab so much that you get one shot if you get tagged, but I get tagged too much to do that, so I'm gonna grab a lot, but hopefully to the point to where I will survive getting tagged and be able to recover. Alright, what time is it? 4 p.m. Game time. Right. So I'm just gonna grab cockatrice and these succulents. And I am the lazy bard, so I'm not gonna weapon swap or instrument swap, I mean. Just too lazy for that. Take it nice and slow and easy. I'll probably grab... Well, I'm grabbing... That's a blue. Probably... Here's a red. I'll probably have like half reds and then half yellows, whites, and blues. But I'm not going to grab too many. I'm just going to grab like... maybe like 7 or so. Which I'm fine with that. I'm in a hell level right now. I'm level 30. That's the first hell level. So I need about double the experience as the level before me, and double experience as the level after me. Usually it progresses more and more every level, but this being a hell level, just randomly, you need the experience of 2 levels just to get through this one. So I think I have 4 things right now. Let me grab a few more. Make sure I want mostly reds. Probably end up with like half and half. There's not a lot of birds around here, so I'm just gonna keep grabbing these. So yellow, so I had 4. I'll grab this one too. Oh shit. My speed ran out. Alright, that should be good. I don't know how many that is. 7 or 8. Which should be good for... I got some reds in there, so... that should be good for like... maybe 15% or so. Through a hell level, so... That's what's... I'm getting pretty good XP. My last... kite that I just did, I gotta stop letting this wear out. My last kite that I did, I got 15 XP. I was at 30% and I went to 45% level. Which is really good considering it's the hell level. So if it wasn't, or if this is negative, when I get to level 31, that same pole is gonna give me like 30% of my level, which is, I mean, pretty insane. And I'm not even pulling that much, so it's cool. Why is it dark? It's 5 p.m. So I'm just gonna round them up here. I like to do it here, pretty close to the zone line. I'm not that close. Like if I get hit, I'm not close enough to where I still gotta run like probably 300 yards that way. So I'm gonna die, but I just don't want to be... I don't want any ads or anything. Those fucking rhinos. If you pick up a rhino, they run too fast, so you can't really kite with the rhino in the pack. So you'd have to zone anyways. And I don't want to... what was it? A couple days ago I was here, and I ran into... It got dark, and I guess at dark there's like dark elf dragoons that are walking around the zone. And I'm not really familiar, so I was running, I was doing a kite. I had a bunch of reds, which Means they're high levels. You can't really solo them one-on-one, but since I'm doing kiting, I shouldn't get touched, so I'm able to kill them. Not just one of them, but many of them. And I almost had him down doing the AoE. And I just was running in a circle like this, and then out of nowhere I saw a Dragoon. He just fucking one-shot me. And that was pretty devastating. Alright. So these are my songs. You'll see them appear up here. Well, my buffs will appear there. But I'm going to be using 2 songs. One of them has a little bit longer of a range, and it does more damage. So I'm going to use that one. I'm going to switch out my drum here with my horn. So the song with the longer range does more damage if you have a horn on, and then there's a song with a shorter range, which is more risky because you have to get closer, tighter circles. Basically, if they hit you, they're going to stun you. So if you get hit by one of them, you get hit by all of them. If you're lucky, you'll get away before they hit you a second time, and that's where you might survive. I didn't grab that many, so I might survive. That's the idea, is that they'll get me down to probably like 20%. Hopefully I'll get away, and I'll be able to recover. I'll just run around and kite them until I heal all the way up. And then I'll continue my damaging them. So I am the lazy bard, so I'm just going to use the horn. The idea would be on your passes, when you do the shorter song, you switch out the lute real quick. Do the song, switch it back, do the horn, switch it back, do the lute, switch it back. I ain't trying to do all that. I'm getting tagged enough as is. So until I perfect it, I ain't about it. Alright. So most of the times when I get tagged, it's upon entry. When I get it nice and tight and try to get them from the first time, once I get going, I'm usually pretty fine. So you can see their shadows appear on the right. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm running out of... So you can see in the chat box, in the main chat on the bottom right, if they wince, then I hit them. And if it's that red resist, that means they resisted. Now, I'm fighting mobs that are higher level than me. So they're going to resist a lot. And that is what it is. You just take it. It's fine. Because you will eventually whittle them down. So, and I'm going to miss too. Some songs are just going to miss because I don't want to get too greedy and try to hit every single song. It's like that one, they resist, just about every single one of them resisted that one. But a song lasts for 3 ticks, so just because they resist it doesn't mean anything. I'm just trying to keep it applied for basically 10 seconds. So I might cast it 3 times or maybe 2 or 3 times in 10 seconds. So I only need to really land it 1 time out of the 3 attempts. But I'm doing 2 different songs. So I'm targeted. If you see the life below me, below my character, I'm targeted on a yellow con, which means it's higher than me, but it's not a red. We did get a couple blues in here, which means they're a level lower or so. That's normally what a normal class, I should say, would kill. You don't really kill yellows or reds, they kill you. So I do have a couple of normal XP mobs, but the yellows and the reds are going to give me just an insane amount of XP. Usually you one-on-one a blue, and you barely survive. Just for scale or reference. So what I'm doing here is you see me doing the Cello Accelerando. That's my speed boost, so I should always have that boot in the top right of my screen. So I'm alternating. I'm doing cellos, and I'm doing the horn song, and then cellos, and then the lute song, and then cellos, and then the horn song. And I just keep going back and forth. But I'm always making sure, and yeah, like I said, they last like 9 to 10 seconds. But I don't want to risk it. If I get caught, I can't be like... If I do the run song, and then the horn song, and then the lute song, if I get tagged while I'm doing that lute song, I just got tagged. Fuck. That actually wasn't bad at all. That didn't do that much damage at all. Alright, so if I'm just gonna run, I'm gonna actually put on my loot, because I regenerate faster with the loot. So this is not very good video material, but I'm gonna have to regenerate my life. So right now I'm just gonna alternate between the run song and my regeneration song. Until I regenerate my life back. Because I cannot risk getting hit again. If I get hit again, I'm dead right now. So I gotta get my life back up high enough to where I can get hit again and not die, so that I can get away and regenerate. If I was pro, I wouldn't get tagged at all, but in the end, everybody gets tagged. So I think the ultimate end goal is to you pull like as much of the zone as you can. You gotta pull off not getting tagged very often, so maybe you got to be able to do a handful of pulls without ever getting tagged all in a row. And then if you get tagged, you're like, that sucks, because you lose XP when you die. So if you get tagged, you know, that sucks, but it's not the end of the world, because you just did, you know, a handful of giant fucking pulls all at once. I'm only, now this is a hell level, so it's not a good example, but I would say if it's not a hell level, I'm getting about 30% XP of my 30% of my level, which is really good for the game. But for a bard doing this, I've heard of people pulling an entire zone, pulling off the thing and getting like almost an entire level off of the one pull. So it's possible, but and some people say, you know, if you don't get one shot, you're not doing it right, which makes sense. But in my opinion, and for me right now, I know I'm going to get tagged. So I've accepted that. Until I get, you know, until I start getting a handful of pulls straight without getting tagged, there's no reason for me to just keep killing myself. So I'm practicing. And then once you know, if you're not getting tagged, then yeah, you shouldn't pull a handful of mobs. You should be pulling as many as you fucking can, so you're most efficient. So this is boring, and it's dark. And I'm just gonna round them up, and I'm just gonna keep going now. I'll just do the one dot, the longer range dot, and my healing song until I'm 100. Actually, I'm just gonna get to 100 right now anyways, but I'm gonna start circling them up. So basically, if you play a song, it lasts until you cancel it, unless you miss a note or something. And you miss a note based on your dexterity. So I play cellos, and then I cancel it, and then I play this one, and then try to get them, and then I cancel it, and then I play accelerando, and then cancel it, play this one. So that's what's going on here. So now that I'm 100%, I'm going to stop twisting in the regeneration song, and I'm going to go with the second dot. I think I should, oh shit. That was fucking close. So I have myself targeted, which is annoying. I should have targeted a mob before. I like to keep an eye on where they are, health-wise, just so I know where I am. Because I start getting itchy when I'm doing this. Like, my head will start itching, my ear will itch, just because I know, like, that I'll die if I stop. It's like, just some stupid. I'm gonna run out because I want to target one. Alright. And the tab target doesn't really work that well on this shit. Or I just don't know what I'm doing. Alright. I get targeted a yellow one again. I like to have a red one targeted, because the red ones are going to die last. They resist the most and they're the highest level. So ideally I like to have the red one targeted because I know by the time it dies, everything else should have died. There might be another red that has more life than it, but it'll be close. But this is a yellow, so I know I have reds in there. So this guy's at 36%, so I'm sure there's reds in there that are at like 40 something. But it's fine. It's just personal preference. And I have died plenty of times doing this. Either you pull a lot and you get one shot, or you get tagged and stunned and you don't recover fast enough, and then you just get tagged again, and that's it. And then if you get below, oh shit, oh, okay, he's dying. If you get below like 20% health, you run slower, so that's a thing too. So if they tag me and knock me below 20% health, I'll run more slowly, and then, you know, they'll tag me again. So I kind of want to finish this guy off, the guy that's running. I think he's the only bird I got, so he doesn't have any friends. And usually when they're alone, they start running. If there was like a bunch of birds, only the last one would run because he's alone. But if they have friends, they'll stick around and try to fight you. But I'm just gonna try to keep tagging that one because I don't want him to run too far, and then I gotta go look for him. And it's just super annoying. How much life does he have? 4%, so he's gonna die here in a minute. It's nice if you could do both at once. Fucking asshole. I might have gotten him. I didn't. But I got him with that one. So I'll just finish killing these. I don't like being in this wedge though. I feel like it's gonna get me tagged. So I'm gonna run back this way. Now that the bird died and I got my experience, I'm gonna run back over here. I also don't really like doing this at night, but what are you gonna do? It's night half the fucking time, so. At least I'm not a human bard. Oh, you know what? Oh, another one died, so that's cool. This one is a red one. It has 56% health left. Jesus Christ. Alright. Let me just round them up here again. Start working them. This is probably going to be the last one to die, so it looks like I have 4 left. So, I mean, now if I get tagged, it's a little bit better. Yeah, they're the higher level ones, so the result will be similar, but I've killed a bird and I think 2 succulents so far, so looks like I only grabbed 7, so that's pretty fucking weak. No wonder it didn't get close to killing me the first time when I got tagged. They're doing a good job at resisting. It's annoying. Oh, fuck. Why would you... Fucking training. Oh, god damn it. So I might get those aggros when they come back when he zones. I hope not. It looks like there actually was... No, it was the thing. So I might get aggro on this. I'm just gonna kind of try to keep these guys in my line of sight. That probably was loud. So he's over there, so I'm just gonna kind of avoid him. Also, the mobs regenerate while you're not hurting them. That's super annoying. Alright, so there's the rhino. If I get him, I got a zone, so I'm really trying not to get him. At the same time, I don't want to completely halt myself, so I'm just going to try to avoid him. tagged him. So I'm just gonna run a little more this way. Hopefully he's in front of us. Alright, that wasn't bad. We successfully, luckily they stayed to the right of the zone. Or on the one side of the road, I should just say. So that was easily avoidable. It was only 2. It's not. Oh shit. Easy. Alright. Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna keep working these guys down. It looks like I have only 2 left. One of them died earlier, I think. We'll find out here. It's a short one, so I only hit one of them. Let me try to get in and... Okay, I still have 4 alive. So yeah, I grabbed at least... I think I grabbed 8. So that's good news. This would be a little bit faster if I switched my instruments. I would say I would get, on the shorter dot, I would get 9 more damage per tick if I switched every time. Which would be about 25. I mean, it's not really. Shit. That's not bad. I'm just gonna keep going. There's only so many of them left, so it didn't hurt me too bad. But I will twist in my regeneration song. I would say it's 20% of my damage, so it would be 20% faster if I was switching my weapon. So 20% faster, but honestly, I feel like I'd probably end up dying from it, and then that would be 300% slower, you know, so. Oh shit, what the fuck? That wasn't cool. Aw, the fuck was that? I've heard of that, but it hasn't happened to me yet. I've been lucky, I guess. It just kind of like skipped. So I'll regenerate a little bit. I know that's boring, but what the fuck ever. Turn this off. Oh, that guy died. That's sad. That guy's group died to those 2 mobs. Well, one of them survived. There was the 2 people right here killing shit earlier. It looks like the warrior died and the caster ran for the border. I wish I could res or something, but I'm just a bard. So I'll just keep this healing short and I'll keep twisting it in. I'll just use the long range song and I'll twist this in. Because it's not too threatening right now. Okay, so alright, let's finish this. So this guy's red. There's only 2 alive. 2 left. So the good news is, once this guy dies, if the other one's under 20%, or when he gets under 20%, he'll start running from me. And once he starts running from me, I can just unload into him and not have to run in circles. I won't even twist him this song. I'm just gonna hurry this up since it's only 2 left. So the thing is with this game too, it's old, so if you run diagonally, that's how you like avoid mobs. So you have to continually run strafing to not get tagged. It's like an old school glitch kinda, I guess. Like some sort of system where 1 + 1 is greater than 1. Alright, so it looks like he's under 20%, so he's running. He's the last one. So I'll add a third song. I'll do my brass one. I'll do my other one, and I'll actually switch out here. And then I have a third single target one. So I'll just keep rotating those 3. So he died, and then I'll slap on the loot, start regenerating. The fuck is that? I don't know. Oh, am I out of room? I went and collected some spider silk before this, so my bags are kind of full. That's useless. Well, so I made it. I got to 55%, so that was only worth 10%. That's pretty weak. I know I had 2 blues for sure, and I had 2 reds for sure, and I had a yellow for sure. So that's 5. I don't know what the other 3 were. By the looks of it, only getting 10%, even though it's a hell level. Based on my previous polls, they were probably blues or something. If I had more reds, then I would have probably gotten hurt more when they hit me, and then I would have gotten more XP too. But nonetheless, that's fast. I mean, if I was in a group, in a dungeon or something, any other class, or even this class, but just in a dungeon, getting 10% would probably, I mean, who knows? That could take me 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how it's going. And I mean, that wasn't short. I don't know what that took. Actually, I do know what that took. By the time I'm kiting it, probably took 20 minutes in itself, so that wasn't that much more efficient. I mean, it was at least double, but the point is to get better, get more mobs, and then the efficiency just only goes up from there. You just got to not get tagged, but I obviously got tagged once. I got tagged twice, but the second one wasn't a thing. So there you have it.